boat was finished, he loaded it with cheese, biscuits, acorns, honey, wheat germs, 2 barrels of fresh water, a compass, a sextant, a telescope, a saw, a hammer, and nails with some wood in case repairs should be necessary, a needle and thread for the mending of torn sails, and various other necessities such as band-aids, iodine, a yo-yo, and cards. I love how my friends are tracking the screen while we're reading this book. On the 6th of September, with a very calm sea, he waited till the high tide had almost reached the boat. Then, using his most savage strength, he managed to push the boat into the water, climb on board, and set sail. The Rodent, for that was the name's boat. What was the name's boat?
Rodent.
The Rodent proved to be very well made and very well suited to the sea. And Amos, after one miserable day of seasickness, proved to be a natural sailor, very well suited to the ship. He was enjoying his trip immensely. It was beautiful weather. Day and night he moved up and down on waves as big as mountains, and he was full of wonder, full of enterprise, and full of love for life. One night, a phosphorescent sea, he moved at the sight of some whales spouting luminous water. And later, lying on the deck of his boat, gazing at the immense starry sky, the tiny mouse Amos, a little speck of a living thing in the vast living universe, felt thoroughly akin to it all. Overwhelmed by the beauty and the mystery of everything, Neil, you're tracking the screen. He rolled over and right off the deck of his boat and into the sea. Okay, so what happened to Amos? Joshua?
He rode his boat. He was sleeping. He was sleeping because he was sleeping. He fell to the water.
Yeah, he fell into the water. So, what happened to Amos? He fell into the water, but we know because we've read this before, is that all that happened to Amos? No. So we're going to keep reading and see if we can continue answering the question, because I think we can come up with some more a better answer to what happened to Amos. Yeah, so Armando, would you mind reminding us what kind of question we're answering right now?
What happened to Amos?
Yeah, we're answering what happened to Amos, but is that a right there question or a think and search? A think and search. So we know that the answers in more than one place, so we're going to keep looking. Help, he squeaked as he grabbed desperately at the rodent. But it evaded his grasp and went bowling along under full sail, and he never saw it again. Our flip books are on top of our iPads, and our bodies are inside our. Thank you, friends, for correcting yourselves. And there he was. Where? In the middle of the immense ocean, 1,000 miles from the nearest shore, with no one else in sight as far as the eye could see, and not even so much as a stick of jerkwood to hold on to. Should I try swimming home, Amos wondered, or should I just try to stay afloat? He might swim a mile, but never 1,000. He decided to keep afloat, treading water and hoping that something, who knows what, would turn up to save him. But what if a shark or some big fish, a horse, mackerel turned up? What was he supposed to do to protect himself? He didn't know. Morning came as it always does. He was getting terribly tired. He was a very small, very cold, very wet, and worried mouse. There was still nothing in sight but the empty sea. Then, as if things weren't bad enough, it began to rain. At last, the rain stopped. The noonday sun gave him a bit of cheer and warmth in the vast loneliness. But his strength was giving out. He began to wonder what it would be like to drown. Would it take very long? Would it feel just awful? Would his soul go to heaven? Would there be other mice there? As he was asking himself these dreadful questions, a huge head burst through the surface of the water and loomed up over him. It was a whale. "What sort of fish are you?" the whale asked. "You must be one of a kind." "I'm not a fish," said Amos. "I'm a mouse, which is a mammal, the highest form of life. I live on land." "Holy clam and cuttlefish," said the whale. "I'm a mammal myself, though I live in the sea. Call me Boris," he added. Okay, so what can we add to our question? What happened to Amos? What can we add or to the answer? What can we add to the answer? I want you to turn to your partner and tell them what you could add. One, two, three, eyes on me. 1, 2, eyes on you. Okay, what can we add to the answer? What happened to Amos? We know he fell into the ocean. What else? Josue, what did you and Kiana talk about?
We talked about Amos and Boris. Kiana said that Amos fell off his boat into the ocean and Boris came.
Who is Boris?
The whale.
Okay, so a whale came. We're going to read one more page and see if we can finish off this answer. Amos introduced himself and told Boris how he came to be there in the middle of the ocean. The whale said he would be happy to take Amos to the Ivory Coast of Africa, where he happened to be headed anyway, to attend a meeting of whales from all the 7 seas. But Amos said he'd had enough adventure to last him a while. He only wanted to get back home and hoped the whale wouldn't mind going out of his way to take him there. "Not only would I not mind," said Boris, "I would consider it a privilege. What other whale in all the world ever had the chance to get to know such a strange creature as you? Please climb aboard." And Amos got on Boris's back. "Are you sure you're a mammal?" Amos asked. "You smell more like a fish." Then Boris the whale went swimming along with Amos the mouse on his back. Okay, so what happened to Amos? Our eyes are up here. Our eyes are up here. He fell into the water. He met Boris, a whale. What's number 3? What's the third thing we could add to that? Brian?
That he will come and help Amos. And the whale helped Amos because Amos cannot swim to 30 million miles.
Mm-hmm.
And so it will come and help him to go to the
Well, how specifically is Boris the whale helping Amos the mouse? Samantha?
He's taking him home.
Okay, he's taking him home. Where? Or where is Amos sitting?
At his back.
Okay, so what happened to Amos? I know he fell into the water. He met Boris the whale, and Boris is taking him home. Okay, so y'all just did a great job of helping me figure out that answer.